folks. This is Lose Control every Wednesday between 3 p.m. and 5 p.m. only on 93.3 CFMU. Let me tell you about today's show, then I'll introduce you to my co-hosts. John Otway. You may know him as this really maniacal, crazy, unorthodox, anarchistic type musician who was definitely really prolific in the punk rock era from about 78 to 83, and then continued on recording music. John Otway's going to be in town Friday night playing at the St. Hollywood, and Saturday night he's going to be at the Rivoli. John Otway arrives at 3:05 in Toronto at the airport. Our good friend Gary Top is there in Toronto at the airport greeting them, and he's going to pass his cell phone so he can call us. And if for whatever reason we can't get a hold of John Otway, then we're going to hook up with the one and only Gary Top to talk to him about John Otway. Kind of an interesting story on how Gary Top actually first got to meet John Otway and how he got to see him. So it's a beautiful story. It's a beautiful show that's going to happen this weekend, Friday night and Saturday night. Friday here in Hamilton, Saturday in Toronto. We're going to spin some music from John Otway, and I highly recommend, folks, if you're not familiar with this guy, definitely check him out online. One thing that you should do, start off almost in a chronological period and look up the Old Grey Whistle Test. I have it posted on the Lose Control page. It'll give you a little bit of an indication of how this guy somewhat started, coming right out of the gate into the rock and roll track. You got to check it out. It's unbelievable. As well, our friend Rob Sweeney gives us the MP3 of the week, and it's a good one. If you folks like Michigan rock and roll, then you'll totally love this song. They played in Hamilton not too long ago as well, so that's all I'll tell you right now. As well, we're going to send some birthday greetings to our friend Gordy Lewis, who celebrates a birthday tonight, and I'll be hanging out with Gordy during the Tung Fu rehearsal, and then afterwards for some cake, some cookies, and a whole bunch more.
Where are you guys going to go?
Not sure yet, but I'll definitely let you know, my friend. I think what we're going to do is celebrate. It's a reason to celebrate. It's Gordy's birthday. Manolis, Gavin, and Ben sitting in with us.
Hello.
We're a quartet.
Hello. I'm Gavin.
We're like the Beatles that didn't
Manolis?
make it of radio.
Yeah.
Oh, hold on a sec. That might be someone right there. 93.3 CFMU. Hi, Gary. How you doing?
People call into the show?
We'll be looking forward to it, Gary. Okay, we'll talk to you soon. Thanks. So that was Gary talking, saying that they have arrived, just as I said. So the spirit of radio, do you like that?
There's a line to the
People can call us?
People can phone us? People should phone us all the time then.
Only from the airport. Yeah. So we only have a line right to the airport.
Hotline. Who's that?
That was Gary Top, the gentleman who's. Do you guys know Gary Top at all? Okay,
I don't. I'm not familiar.
The reason why I do what I do musically is because of Gary Top.
Really?
Yeah, he's probably, to me, he's the greatest promoter, talent buyer that this country's ever had. He was the one who kind of started the whole sort of punk rock movement as early as 76 and 77 in Toronto. Before that, he was notoriously known for showing all sorts of great movies at the Roxy Theatre on the Danforth. Then his other partner, Gary Cormier, and Gary Top became the Garys. And then for a string of years, these guys had the best shows. Like, you know, when you think about some of the greatest shows that you saw in Toronto during, say, 77 to maybe 85, they were all...
Did they do the classic Police show at Horseshoe?
They did the Police Picnic.
Oh, did they?
They did the Police Picnic. They did a bunch of shows. They did the classic...
You know the Police show I'm referring to, where there was like 7 people and everybody says that they were there? That's the one I'm referring to.
That was, you know what? Gary Top and Gary Cormier were probably 2 of the 7 that were there. Yeah. But they were there. Because they were hosting the show. So, you know, to me, what really glamorized his hard work is the way that Gary did it with such class and such conviction. And also, you know, the fact that he would book shows that he wanted to book. You know what I mean? Like if he didn't know how to book a band or didn't know how to book a show, he wouldn't. He was very honest about it. Right. You know, and then afterwards he went on in doing a bunch of other stuff more on an independent basis, and still to this day he's still very involved and very active in booking bands into Toronto. So if we can't get a hold of John Otway, then we'll hook up with Gary Top and talk about John Otway. How are you guys doing?
Good. I'm all right.
Yeah,
I'm good. Yeah, I'm feeling good.
Your mustache is looking great.
Yeah, mustache is looking.
It's
great.
good.
It's really good.
I feel sexy.
Well, you know what? Right now you're past the bowling coach look.
What am I?
Right now? I don't know. I'm trying to figure. You know what? You're
Have
one
you
of
seen
those.
Loveless? Have you seen Loveless? The movie Loveless?
I know the name.
It's a Sandusky.
Hey, have you seen Loveless?
Yeah.
Yeah?
Yeah.
You kind of look like the guy who used to beat Lucy Loveless.
I had this. Yeah, I had this 2 days ago. Or
Looks like you could beat a nice girl into porn. That's a terrible thing to say. That's so bad. No, you look great, man.
I saw this old lady. She was on her walker, and one of the wheels got stuck on the sewer grate right on the corner of Dundurn and Maine. I was getting gas. I was about to get in my car and leave.
But then you thought you'd offer $10 for that walker?
He's like, "Give me the walker, lady. You don't need it." Yeah. And anyways, I was like actually surprised that she was stuck. She couldn't move her.
Oh, really?
Yeah, it was just on this there's a sewer grate by the sidewalk. So I just go up to her. I'm like, "Do you want?" And say, "Yeah." I'm like, and I moved the wheel off the sewer grate and everything.
Did she grab her can and whack you?
I had this mustache. That's what I was thinking. Like, I had my green jacket. I looked like I looked like I didn't look good.
Yeah, you look questionable.
But then there was a cop that was at the light waiting, and he saw this, and she waves and like almost like, no, I'm okay.
The cop's like, is this all right?
Are you all right?
Oh, awesome.
Oh, that's funny.
I'm like, no, I'm just getting gas, dude.
Yeah.
You know.
See, life follows you around that way.
And a green leather jacket.
Life follows you that way, doesn't it?
It tends to, yeah. I don't want in trouble, dude.
The odd thing is that police used to be known for the mustache, but you don't see too many police.
No,
these
not
days.
so many cops anymore.
Mm-hmm.
You're right, though. You're right.
They mostly just have tribal tattoos.
I haven't taken off a lot of their
Do you
shirts.
think it's one of their mandates that you can't have facial hair?
No, it's probably just a thing.
It's probably just like,
being a cop and a mustache, they're probably afraid of what people might think of them.
Yeah, tribal tattoos. The guys who get tribal tattoos are cops. Let's just be honest. If you got a tribal tattoo, you're a prime candidate to be a cop.
Right. And they're drinking Red Bulls.
And drinking Red Bulls.
I ran into a buddy of yours, Ben.
Okay.
I don't know his last name. I believe his first name was Nick. He works at the post office at Eastgate. I'm not kidding you.
Well, this is super awkward, man.
Okay. Well, he knows you. He says he's friends with you.
But if you don't know his last name, I don't.
I guess I could.
Can you describe what he looks like?
Nick.
He kind of looks like you, but a shaved head.
Nick.
Big like
his last name's Nick. First name Nick.
Cut from stone.
He's cut from
Stocky,
stone.
cut from stone kind of guy.
Okay.
He's maybe a little taller than you.
I love hanging out with you guys. I still look
head.
forward to Wednesdays. It's like a perfect remedy. Seems like nothing else in the matter.
I'm sure I know
matters.
him.
All right, I'll find out his last name.
Yeah.
Well, he says hi.
Hey, Nick.
How's our singing abilities today, guys?
You're always great, Lou. Why? What are we singing?
We're going to sing Happy Birthday to Gordy.
Right now?
Ready? Yeah. And then we're going to break into some Teenage Head.
No, I think we should sing it like, what's that guy you always like to imitate? Who's that guy?
Morrissey?
Yeah, can we do it
Not
like
till
that?
4 o'clock, man.
Yeah. Can we sing it in Morrissey?
More o'clock.
More o'clock. Great. Okay, should we sing it as Morrissey?
Yes, okay. I'll try too.
All right. Do you know how to do Morrissey?
No, I can't.
You just speak in a crappy English accent.
Yeah, that's all it is.
You can do it.
Just speak to Morrissey.
Do one.
I'll do it when you guys do it.
Did you hear about her singer?
You do it.
Morrissey.
Be depressed with the British accent.
Oh my God.
My Morrissey has got a bit chipper. My Morrissey's morning coffee Morrissey.
Is mine okay?
Mine is the one that got caught in the rain earlier. I'm all wet.
Yours is the one that
I hate wearing my Harris tweed.
Stop the whale hunt. Stop the whale hunt. Do you think you stop the whale hunt, Morrissey?
Okay, so we're going to do this in Morrissey fashion.
Yes.
Yeah, and we're going to say at the count of 4, right?
Are we doing it right now?
Yeah.
Okay.
And then
we're doing it right now?
Teenage Head, yeah.
Okay.
All right.
1, 2, 3.
Happy birthday to you. Happy birthday to you. Happy birthday, dear Gordy. Happy birthday to you.
Don't burn yourself with the candles. Here's Teenage Head. Happy birthday, Gordy. From Lose Control on 93.3 CFMU. $93.3 CFMU. Birthday greetings to
CFMU.
Gordy Lewis. Happy birthday, Gordy.
Happy birthday, Gordy.
You heard from Frantic City, Infected, which is probably my favorite Gordy Lewis guitar solo out of all the Teenage Head stuff that's
Was
been
that the
recorded.
last song?
The last song that we just heard.
I like the first song a lot.
From their first record called "Get Off My Back" is a song from the self-titled record.
I dig it.
You were totally digging it. You were dancing your ass off. You're a good dancer.
But that's a lot of people don't know this about me. I only dance when I can't control it.
Really?
Yeah, like I don't dance unless I feel it. Like you don't understand. Like that, I didn't have a choice.
I like how you prefaced that with not a lot of people know this about me. Like everybody in town's gonna be like, oh, Manolis.
Yeah.
Everybody knows he only dances when he feels it.
Yeah. I know, but now we know, right?
Not a lot of people know this about me.
Or the other way. It's like everybody knows that. He only dances when he feels it.
Oh my, Manolis must be feeling it. Do you know he only
Apparently
dances
he's
when he feels
dancing.
it? And he's dancing.
Yeah.
So that's the thing. So I'm like I felt it, man. I felt it. I'm like I can't control it.
You ever dance by yourself when you're?
Yeah, or in the dark. I'm always. No, I literally no matter where, it's awkward because I could be in a church and if I hear a song,
If there's that gospel song that really hits you,
I'm footloose in it, man.
You're.
I watched those. I was deleting things because I was trying to update my Simpsons Tapped Out app. You know the Simpsons Tapped Out game. It's really addicting. I'd recommend it to everybody. But so I had to update it, and I didn't have enough data or space on my phone. Sorry, and so I was going through videos that I had to delete, and the only ones I didn't delete were you dancing in this studio. I'm like, I can't get rid of that. It's too precious.
You know what I do? If you want, this is what I do. If I have a video, you just upload it to YouTube and set it private.
Now, people may not know this about you, right?
This is something a lot of people don't know this about me. I upload my videos to YouTube private, and then delete it so I have it stored.
Oh,
Yeah,
that's smart.
yeah. Then you can.
So you have your own little private channel?
I'm going to send this out to Hamilton
channel.
Band.
Okay.
I will direct a music video for you for free, provided the whole music video is just Manolis in front of a green screen with whatever I get to put on the green screen, and you just dance.
I'll dance, but you have to dress
I'll take
me.
you up on that offer. Sold.
So,
You have to dress me though.
what's that?
You have to pick everything.
Okay.
All I'm going to do is
I will.
dance.
Yeah, okay. All I'm going to do
It's just
is
dance.
dance. You were
That's
born
it.
to dance.
I was.
So that goes out there. Lou, we'll talk about something else for
Okay.
you. That's a Lose Control exclusive offer.
Yeah. 3:28 and change. Continuing on. Here's more music. We'll spin some from
That'd be a great video.
of Manolis.
I want to do it.
Okay, you know what? Let's listen to this song and let's see you boogie to this.
All right.
It's
You gotta feel
guaranteed
it,
to
though.
make-
What if you
oh,
never feel it?
it's
I don't know if
guaranteed
I'm
to
going
make
to
you
feel it yet.
Oh man,
Play
are you
it.
ready?
Go.
Okay, here's music from the Ron Chans on 93.3 CFMU.
Try.
93.3 CFMU, music from the Waldos from the Rent Party album, of course, featuring Walter Lure. You heard Crybaby. Hey, produced by Andy Chernoff. Did you know that?
No, I did not know
The
that.
song that you just heard was produced by Andy Chernoff.
Cool.
The whole record was. And before that, you heard music from the Ron Chans from, I can't say the title of the record because it has a bit of profanity, but F Me Stupid is the name of the record. The song you heard was Hanging from the Rafters.
Fun me stupid.
Fun Me Stupid, yeah.
Friendly
Me Stupid.
Foxy,
Fork Me.
Foxy boxing, stupid.
Yeah.
I
get
think
it.
Frack Me, like
Frack
Battlestar
me.
Galactica.
Well, that's closer to what it.
I'm really hot
Frack,
today.
frack.
I think I have menopause.
Yeah, you do have menopause.
Menopause.
Yeah, it's a real thing, isn't it?
Well, you have
Menopause? Yeah,
you
it
have
can
a
be.
hairy
Well,
back
yeah.
and it's spring, so it's like
Yeah, but
weighted
you say
car
it is.
seats.
Men don't go through menopause, do they?
Why is it called menopause?
Because women go through it.
Menopause.
Shouldn't
It's
it be
men-
called womenopause?
No,
No.
it's
If
not
it's a what?
men. It's not men.
We're not
Was
that
it
deep to
pronounced how-
feel that.
Menopause.
Menopause?
Menopause.
So
It's like
man.
it's like an
Oh.
X-Men character.
Pause.
Menopause or a He-Man character.
Like pause, like a manopause, like a man of war.
Sticks to your wall in your shower.
Well, anyways, I think
It's a crazy woman with bare hands.
Yeah, that suctions to your wall.
Yeah.
I think
and
I
when
have
it
menopause.
and it
Menopause.
sticks to your shower
Yeah.
and it doesn't leave.
I think I have that.
You think you have menopause?
Lucky us.
Six years shower doesn't leave. They text you at 4 a.m. and say, "When are you coming home?"
You guys following?
It's the Manolis.
You guys following? Are you guys following any of the hockey stuff going on?
No, what's hockey?
What's going on? There's hockey? What happened?
Is that like soccer?
Price is out, eh?
Carey Price is out.
Oh my God!
I know that.
Gary Price?
That almost split our family apart.
The Gary Price. He's out.
Carey, not Gary.
Carey Price is
The
out?
other, yeah, the other
one.
The price is wrong now.
Yeah. Oh, good one.
Thank you.
Good
Wait a
one.
minute.
Thank you. You can sell that to NHL.
What now?
What's that?
If he's out, what happens out?
They got a German Shepherd playing net.
That's 4 times the skates.
Have you seen Air Bud 1 through 7?
Just one.
Some guy just
Sometimes I just like to sit around and try to make titles for Air Bud movies.
Air Bud, Mark Price is dead.
We were doing one. I was judging a Battle of the Bands quite recently, and I was talking about, and there was a golden retriever there. This is at the YMCA in Burlington. There's a golden retriever. I'm like, this could be Air Bud. This could be like the dog that comes in. Like, we're all familiar with the Air Bud series, right?
Yeah, somewhat.
70-inning fetch,
Yes.
golden receiver. You know,
Yes.
And I'd also
Golden
I was trying to think
receiver.
of,
That doesn't sound
so
good.
what were some of the good ones? We had
I loved Air Bud.
Air Bud Bark Side of the Moon. That would be a good
Bark
one.
Side of the Moon.
And then one of the other
Oh,
bands.
how about this one? Air Bud Dark Side of the Spoon.
Whoa.
But he's a dog. What
He's
is
a
his
dog.
spoon?
I like
Well,
Liz.
everyone knows dogs love spoons.
I gotta encourage him.
Dogs like spoons?
One summer he had a bad drug habit.
No, or you gotta take that medicine for
The
his
medicine, right.
for his crystals. He was crystallizing.
What?
I don't know. I'm trying to
Everything
help
here
him.
is
I'm
true.
trying to help his bun.
Bark Side of the Moon for an Air Bud movie is a much better title than
Dark Side of the Spoon?
Dark
Yeah,
side of the
like dogs don't
spoon.
even eat spoons.
Or
How
how
they
they
lick it if there's ice cream on it.
Or if they get
But
shot and they got.
like when you're saying like what's like if you're going to compare, okay, well, let's make a column.
Okay, wait.
And we'll ask people, what do you associate with a dog? Barking or spoon?
Hang on a second. What if the dog?
Barking's gonna win. I'm like, I'm not a scientist.
What if the dog gets shot and they got to pull the bullet out? What does he bite down on?
a bullet?
A spoon. He
I
bites
thought you
down
said
on a
the dog
spoon.
is shy.
Yeah,
What
the
if the
dog
dog
gets
is
shot.
shy?
He gets shot.
He's
Yeah,
shot.
shot.
And they pull the bullet out. He's got to bite down on a spoon. I think your pun makes perfect sense.
I think so too.
Dark Side of the Spoon.
We're just
All
a
right.
little-
Well, there's another one. What about like Sergeant Poppers and the Lonely Barks Club Band?
Oh, that's a good one.
That is a good one.
Can
Yeah.
we both agree that that's better than Dark Side of the Spoon?
Okay. You can have that one. We'll
Yeah, but
erase
Dark
everything.
Side of the Spoon, we're going with that one.
We'll erase everything before this.
You know
one.
what? When I'm going to my pitch meeting at the Air Bud Senate, the Committee of Air Bud Movies,
It's a movie.
you guys
that-
are not going to be on my team. You guys are out of this creative.
Hey,
movie.
man, I have your back the whole time.
Yo, like Manolis is in.
Oh, that's who you want in?
Yeah.
Yeah.
He's going to be dancing through your meeting.
Hey, like
With his shirt off. We got Dark Side of the Spoon.
I have menopause.
yeah.
He's no good. 3:40. We're hoping to hook up with John Otway via telephone this afternoon. If we don't hook up with John, then we're going to hook up with Gary Topp to talk about John Otway's visit to Canada this weekend. Rob Sweeney's MP3 of the week is going to be coming in about 20 minutes. But in the meantime, what we'll do is spin some music from an offshoot band from one of the members of Radio Birdman, Rob Younger, who has actually kept this band, I think, more active than the actual Radio Birdman band itself. From Lower Yourself, we'll play a couple songs from this terrific
Also,
album. Yes.
Also, if I can make a visual recommendation while you listen to this song and you're in front of your computer, maybe turn down the volume and watch the trailer for the original Air Bud movie, because my friend Adam Price showed that to me. In the end, when they all put their hands on each other, they like say, "Whoa, go team!"
Yeah.
When the dog paw comes in, it's pretty priceless.
You know what? This is dog. The music that we're going to hear is dog friendly.
Is it dog friendly?
Yeah.
It could be the dark Side of the Spoon.
Enjoy.
Oh no.
93.3 CFMU music there from the new Christ from Lower Yourself. You heard the title track, and before that, We Have Landed, which starts the record off, featuring Rob Younger of the Radio Birdman fame, or as some people may know, Rob Younger of the new Christ fame. As I mentioned, definitely a band that's been more productive than the actual Birdman, but nevertheless, two fantastic bands. Everything that the Birdman guys do, aside from the Birdman, is all really good quality stuff. Chris Maswick's working on new music as well, and Dennis Tech just released a new record last year with the Godoy Brothers. 350, Ben. Gavin and Manolis hanging out with me.
It's almost more o'clock.
It's almost more o'clock. We're hoping to hear from John Otway. Gary Top is at the Toronto International Airport meeting John.
Are you familiar
Otway.
with Gary Top?
Gary Top?
Gary Top, yeah. Are you familiar with him?
With Gary Top?
Yeah.
Very, very familiar
Oh, yeah?
with Gary Top.
He's just the reason that I do everything I do in music.
Good one. And lucky I pay attention, right? What's up with the weekend for you guys?
Actually, I'm headlining Yuck Yuck's Hamilton.
Oh, that's
Oh, yeah.
Wow,
That's
right
good.
on.
Yeah.
Friday or Saturday or both?
Both.
Hey!
There you go. Yeah, just show up and laugh, I guess.
Who's opening for you?
I don't know.
Now, how long
Forget.
of a set do you do when you headline, Manolis?
About 45 minutes.
Wow. You nervous?
Wow.
Not a lot. Just a little bit because they use me to MC middle headline, but they don't do any of them consistently when I work for Yuck. So I haven't done a headline spot for a bit.
You'll be fine.
I have a DVD of Manolis where it was from a couple of years ago where he's talking about John McCain and Barack Obama before the American elections, right?
Yeah. Let's Get Political CD.
Right.
Yes.
And I'm thinking that you might or you should do one for the Ontario elections that's going on right now.
Ali keeps talking about it.
Hudak.
Who is this woman that I keep seeing?
Hudak.
What is she? Is she running for something? Who's the woman?
Well,
the
there's-
nerdy glasses. Who's that woman?
Like Olivia Chow?
She's
Oh,
like
no,
she
I think
sat
you're
on the
talking
tractor.
Like Wynn?
They're making a decision.
Yeah, the Kathleen Wynne.
Save it
Wynn?
for the weekend.
What?
Catherine Wynn? Like
She's white, nerdy
short hair?
glasses. Yeah,
Yeah, she's the Liberal leader,
Yeah.
who's also
She's
the
currently in
Premier of
charge.
Ontario.
Yeah.
What does she do now?
She's the Premier of Ontario.
Yeah.
Okay, what is she running? Is she running for something?
Yes.
She's wanting
Her
to.
job, her position again.
Yeah.
Yeah.
She's also the Liberal leader. She represents the Liberal Party.
Is she good?
Liberals are basically conservative.
there's a meme like that I really enjoyed on the internet that I like that said choosing a political party is like picking just the right STD for me.
Right.
I might have misworded that, but
Yeah.
I think they all. I think in her personal life she seems like a nice lady, but I don't think politics. I think they're all scummy.
They're all lying right now. Everyone's getting caught in
Now?
lies.
Only
Well, I mean,
now?
like they're all caught up in
Yeah,
these
and
lies.
those liberals are caught up in that scandal.
Yeah.
Hudak is looking worse and worse and worse.
He's a
though,
scumbag,
eh?
yeah.
He's just like
conservative.
Just wants to take who campaigns on taking jobs away from firefighters and paramedics.
Well, you know what? I'll
I
tell you
did.
something about him, though. Is that like the one thing, like
And
I
now
try to
look
be
at you.
partial
Yeah,
and
wearing
neutral
the
to a
strangling
lot of the
dogs.
political stuff.
Right.
And the one thing that I notice about Hudak is he's the first one
What's
to
this called?
just
Pudak.
Pudak?
Because like poo?
Yeah, sure.
Oh, I get it.
Yeah.
Sorry.
Dark side of the poo.
Dark side of the
He's
poo.
full of poo.
Dark side of the poo?
We're not talking about dogs right
Poo's
now.
coming out of his mouth.
So, anyways, the thing about him is he's the first one to criticize, but like he's not an ideas person. He doesn't really have ideas that'll say this is how we can fix it. Like I think he's one of these guys that continuously just bitches and bitches and bitches, but without any sort of
But
resolution.
that's all politicians. Nobody ever had. You know what I hate about Hudak? He sounds like the villain from She-Ra. Hordak. Remember him?
I was just doing a Skeletor earlier that I thought was pretty good.
And, well, that was the other villain was Hordak.
Yeah, no, I remember Hordak. I can't remember how he sounds though.
I don't remember either.
I do a pretty good Cobra Commander too.
354.
On that
Such a
note,
weird thing to say. Anyways, what time is it?
what's the weather out there?
Just about what Ben just said.
I love the fact that we never talk about weather on
I
this
can.
show.
It's the same guy who did Starscream.
Is it on your resume?
It
should be.
If I did,
You do a great what impression?
Do it
Who
in
is
the
it?
job interview.
Who's the impression you do?
job interviews, Cobra Commander.
Cobra Commander.
I'm a people person. See, that's a special skill.
That's not bad, right?
It's really good.
No, that's good.
It's good.
That's good.
It's like Starscream. Yeah, you're right.
When
It's the same. It's the same actor.
guy. Yeah.
He's dead now.
Gordy and I
Is he?
went over to Y108 a couple of weeks ago, and one of the guys that assists Ben during the morning show
in retail.
does a perfect Mr. Herbert the pervert
We'll call you.
from Family Guy.
Oh yeah.
You know the one where he has that
The whistle.
the whistle while he talks. You know,
The one who has interest in the boy. Yeah.
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 I see you're wearing those shorts
Yeah,
that
yeah.
are fluffy.
Yeah.
Yeah. But anyways, it's kind of interesting how sometimes we get more inspired, influenced by cartoon characters than we do by real people. That's what I've been noticing in my life.
Right.
You know,
Who's,
like when you have to take some revenge, what does the Pink Panther do? He grabs a can of paint and paints the guy's house pink. Take that,
I
F
didn't even know
you.
that.
Oh yeah,
Unless the guy likes pink.
Yeah, then you're
never.
Then
That's
it's
a
like,
favorite.
no.
Then he's gonna go.
He's like,
Guy- oh,
yeah.
yeah, thank you.
He's Tony the Tiger.
yeah.
No, he's a sly panther. That guy.
Who votes here? Who votes?
I would agree.
Dark side of the spoon.
Out of most Panthers, Pink Panther's the slyest.
Yeah, I don't trust them.
Yeah,
He never says anything, does he?
no, he doesn't need to
silent.
talk. He talks by action.
He's like a fart.
Who do you think would win in a fight, Pink Panther or Coyote? Like from
Wile E.
Oh, the Wile E. Coyote.
yeah.
Pink Panther.
Ooh.
Because Pink Panther's more like Bugs Bunny.
Yeah.
Wile E. Coyote's just a mess
Right.
of like.
Yeah.
Just,
He's not. He's never.
He just
he's
blows
not
up
focused.
canyons and.
He's too focused on trying to get something right quick
Yeah.
and thinking of
Right,
like
right,
thinking down the road and be
But
patient.
but who has a better discount at the Acme store?
They probably both got pretty good discounts.
I think Wile E. Coyote probably gets ripped off at the Acme store.
Ah,
you don't
just
got a
had
lot of
sucker
faith in
on
Wile E.
his-
Coyote
he has
in
sucker
his
written
like
all over
day-to-day
his-
activities.
He spent all that money on
He's
all
got to
that
be doing
stuff.
something right. I
He
mean,
never-
he gets anvils dropped on him and walks away
He can
from
buy-
it. From the
he's got a
most
good health plan.
Yeah, he must be.
You can find an anvil. You can find a cheeseburger. You know what I mean? Like
Yeah, but he doesn't want to eat cheeseburgers. He wants to eat the Roadrunner.
Yeah, it's the thrill of the chase.
Yeah, and
Someone who
yeah.
likes the ladies as much as you, Manolis, must be able to identify with Wile E. Coyote.
All the villains make things too.
I just had a
colorful.
vision of like a girl painting a cave on the side of a mountain, and Manolis chasing her and
running
snatching
into it.
and running into it.
I'm the skunk.
Yeah.
You know,
Oh, yeah.
No.
What's his name?
I'm the skunk. Peppy.
Pepe Le Pew.
Le Pew.
Actually, he's my favorite actor.
Your
Pepe Le
favorite
Pew.
actor?
He is my favorite actor. I think out of all actors, like him, Marlon Brando, Pepe Le Pew, like I think they're right up there with Dennis Hopper too.
Oh, I
Yeah,
love
yeah.
Dennis Hopper.
Yeah, so
he
those
was
are
great.
probably my
Pepe
three
Le Pew was
favorites.
in Platoon, right? That
Oh,
was
yeah.
Pepe Le Pew?
Yes.
Yeah.
Like at the end, he was the one holding the dynamite.
Yeah,
Exactly.
I always
Yeah.
get him and Willem Dafoe mixed up.
Yeah.
Le
Don't
Pew.
worry, I will do this for you. Mwah, mwah, mwah.
He's
Dennis Hopper in Waterworld is amazing. He's awesome. He was in Waterworld. He's the leader of the Smokers.
I don't know why Waterworld gets pooed on as much as it does.
It's an awesome movie.
It's a fun movie.
It's a great movie.
It's all right.
It's a great movie.
It's all right.
You know
But
what
it's
I
like-
think
it's
it
like
is?
a-
Is because I think Hopper's always kind of this really sort of dreary,
Who's
dark
the main guy?
character. And,
Kevin Costner.
Kevin
And
Costner.
Harper-
He does bother me a bit.
Yeah, I think Costner's got that bothersome quality. Like I don't know. Like he came from the same actor factory as like Nicolas Cage or something.
but you know what?
Yeah.
The thing about
But they all got stuff you like and they all got stuff you
but
don't.
Kevin
He's
Costner,
good
like
in that movie.
every movie he should have done should have been in a baseball field.
Yeah, like Waterworld baseball.
Yeah,
With the dog.
Yeah, with a dog.
With that
even
dog
the
you
western
like.
that he was in, the western should have been taken.
$50
This is how they
million
invented baseball.
Yeah, you know.
Or last.
Ooh,
no, he
look at
wasn't
that
last-
villain
no,
on third
Wolf-
base.
The Wolves one. What was the Wolves one?
I'm sorry.
What was the Wolves
Dances
one?
with
Dances
Wolves.
Dances
Wolves?
with Wolves. Yeah, that's the one.
Yeah. Like he could have taught the natives how to play baseball.
And
then somebody
Pop fly, pop fly.
Yeah, that'd be great.
3:58. We've got the MP3 of the week coming up shortly. In the meantime, to take us there, some music from Pink Floyd featuring.
Pink Floyd.
Yeah,
Dark Side of the
I
Spoon.
can't. What a coincidence!
Pink
What?
Is this
Floyd.
from Dark Side of the Moon?
Dark Side of the
Pink
Spoon.
Panther, Pink Floyd.
Or was it from Dark Side of the Spoon, which has nothing to
See,
do with
it's all
dogs?
It has a lot to do with dogs.
has everything to do with Sid Barrett on 93.3
Sid Barrett.
CFMU. 93.3 CFMU. Music there from Pink Floyd going back many, many years ago. The Pink Floyd era featuring the late, great Sid Barrett, Arnold Lane. 4:02, a little late.
So my friend Adam.
Go ahead.
If you guys don't mind, I'm going to direct this back to Airbud. So my friend
The
Adam,
dog? Airbud's the dog, right?
Airbud's the golden, yeah. So Adam just sent me a pretty good one. My friend Adam is how I kind of got turned on to the whole Airbud way of thinking. Is by my buddy Adam. We laugh over really stupid things. He's really funny. You guys would love him.
Mm-hmm.
You've probably met him a few times, Lou. But he just sent me a good one for just gymnastics. Airbud dismounting the bitch.
Ooh.
That's a good one, right?
Yeah.
Yeah. That makes me want to take my pants off.
Stop.
Yeah.
Not yet. We still have another hour.
That's a good one.
But, yeah.
Yeah, it's, text in your
Now,
Airbud
what's his way of thinking, this dog? What do you mean?
To be honest, I've spent much more time watching the trailers than I have the actual Airbud
Or
films.
Airbud Boney M.
Oh, the disco Airbud.
Yeah.
Boney M. That's good.
What is he? Does this dude just?
That's the Saturday. That's the Saturday Night Fever,
Right.
Bud, like where he wins the dancing contest.
Is he like a Little's hobo kind of thing?
No, he's
got a home.
He's got a home. He's just like it. Just turns out they got really lucky with this dog, and like the kid's basketball team was suffering, and
so they put the dog.
Dear Hamilton, here's the premise of Airbud.
I want to hear this.
And so then it turns out, I mean,
it's a drama.
It turns out. There's some inspiring parts, but it turns out that the basketball team is suffering, and then just by fluke, they see this dog is so talented that it can actually get 3-pointers, and I don't think it's really good at layups probably, but it can do other things.
Right, with its nose,
and
though.
so
Dribble.
It can dribble. Yeah, he can dribble.
Does he walk?
Like walk as in like the basketball
like a human
offense?
walk?
No, like he's on all fours.
2 feet or 4 feet?
He's doing everything with his nose.
Yeah, he's mostly a team player, like passing and then I guess he does do kind of dog layups.
He bounces it in with his nose.
Yeah, like he does dog layups for sure. Yeah,
he'd be like the guy that you want on your Olympic team. The guy.
So he's not helping me with girl problems or something. He's helping me.
That would be like Airbud. I don't know. I got to think of a good pun for.
He's a dog.
Yeah,
I think that's what you guys are missing.
Like he's a dog. Yeah, he's a dog.
He's not a human.
He's a golden retriever.
Yeah.
So if you understand
so the regulations in this high school.
I know he was like
this high school basketball, or like I said, that's probably junior high school. This basketball team, the regulations are very loose. So somewhere in the rule book it says
is the same high school that Teen Wolf is in.
There's no rule that says
the same high school.
Same high school as Teen Wolf.
Yes.
No.
Okay.
I don't think it's the same.
Or Fast Times.
Because they'd be loose if Teen Wolf was there first.
Yeah. They'd be like, we
had a wolf. Well, I guess we can let a dog in.
Yeah. Maybe. Well, Teen Wolf, I think, started breaking down the doors for canines in basketball.
Or in sports, period. Because Teen Wolf too.
Did they ever do a movie with Bud the Spud?
Oh,
remember Bud the Spud?
So what happened? They weren't going to let him
That's
play?
what I would be if I was playing. Like if I get reincarnated as Airbud in my next life, it'll be Airbud the Spud, and I'll just like sit there on the couch.
Were they not going to let him play?
Privates. What?
Were they not going to let him play though?
No,
I don't know. I'm sure there's got to be a jerk in it that doesn't.
Racist guy.
He's a dog. He can't play. He's a dog.
Dogs don't play basketball. This is ridiculous.
I don't let dogs inside this change room.
And then
all that kind of stuff.
Yeah.
I'm not sharing no dog.
What is this? And then the dog finds a burning cross on his lawn. It's a whole thing. It's very
well. You took
this. I'll come back.
Yeah,
no, it's
It's tough. It's tough.
How about this one? Rob Sweeney tosses us a weekly bone with the MP3 of the week. Is that Rob Sweeney right there? It's saying get on with it.
Saying get on with it.
Next. Rob Sweeney writes today, hello Lou, based in Detroit, Jimmy Ohio and the Ultimate Lovers have been knocking audiences dead with their minimalist Velvet Underground inspired rock and roll. They were recently in Hamilton mastering their latest recordings. Here is Get Free from their self-titled EP released last year. Cheers, Rob. Jimmy Ohio, a band that you definitely have to check out, and they are out in this area quite a bit, being friends of a bunch of people in Toronto and Hamilton and Southern Ontario. So, folks, as promised, here is the MP3 of the week.
All right.
93.3 CFMU, music from the Kings of Pop, Nick Lowe and Dave Edmonds, together in Rockpile from Seconds of Pleasure, a song called Pet You and Hold You, taking care of a request. 411 and change, still to come on the show. We hope to hear from either Gary Topp or John Otway talking about John Otway's visit into Canada this weekend. Okay, so I got to tell you a little bit about this guy because you know the eccentricities that really work well in music that makes an artist legendary? I think this guy became legendary.
This guy?
John Otway.
Okay.
He became legendary because of one visit, his first visit on television on the Old Grey Whistle Test, which is a television music show in England on BBC back in the 70s, hosted by Bob Harris.
Is there anything about music you don't know?
Oh, there's a lot that I don't know about music. There is. But things that I like, I try to learn as much as I can,
it's
right?
Crazy, dude.
So this guy goes up with his partner, musical partner, Wild Billy Barrett, as a two-piece, and he's performing. And actually, while we listen to some music, I'm going to pull the video up so you guys can see it. There's this one part where he's just jumping and doing somersaults. He jumps on the guitar amps that are stacked one on top of the other. and slides down and crunches his testicles onto this, right? But the thing is it doesn't stop him. He gets back up and he continues with the song, right? So there's almost 6 million people that watch this on TV.
I didn't see the testicle thing coming.
See?
Yeah.
So because of this performance, the following day, everybody's talking about John Otway. So he kind of builds a bit of a mystique over the fact that he's very eccentric, very unorthodox compared to a lot of other people that are his contemporaries back then. But the thing is it happens right during the punk era of the 70s. So a lot of people just kind of think, okay, he's a minimalist. Let's just throw him in with all the punks. But he was definitely a little bit more musically ahead of the times, because I think, he was like very articulate when it came to lyrics, but then he was just really influenced by a lot of different styles of pop, which kind of, made him a balladeer at times. It also made him kind of a punker or whatever, right? So he's always had this career about thinking outside the box, but he's always involved his fans. I don't want to say too much about him, because if we get a chance to talk to him, then we should talk to him about all these things that have happened. Sure. But it's one of these things that he's become legendary just because of the way that he's really been active in the industry. He's done things his way, and we just showed a documentary on Sunday night called Rock and Roll's Biggest Commercial Failure. Because like the thing is that even though he's always done things the Otway, he's never really had support from, say, a major label or a management saying, "Oh, this sounds like a great idea, let's do it." It's always been, kind of spearheaded by Otway, but luckily he's got such a huge dedicated fan base to the point that he comes out to do this tour. He doesn't come with the band; he's bringing 25 fans with him that are doing all these shows.
When did this happen?
Friday and Saturday. Friday at our place and then Saturday at the Rivoli in Toronto. So our good friend Gary Topp was kind enough to offer us a show to say, hey, do you want to do John Otway? He says, and the thing is, you've already got 25 people that are coming to the bar, because it's people that are, fans. But fans that will leave their work behind just to jump on a plane with John Otway and go to all these shows.
You figured the industry would be into that because he's built that kind of fan base.
They don't know what to do with him. It got to the point,
But in this day and age?
Still in this day and age.
Really?
Yeah, a few years ago, what they did was they basically slammed, they did a live show at the Astoria, and after the show, because whatever gets sold during a certain period gets put on the charts. So all these 4,000 people that were at the show, he said, let's go to all these record stores that are open, and let's buy my record. And even if the stores sold out, he brought his own record that the stores bought off him. Then they put the surcharge on and sold it back to the fans, right?
Wow.
So all these people bought these records just to put it in the top 10.
What year is this?
This would have been about 10 years ago. So
recent.
Yeah. So then basically here's the funny thing.
Totally more crazy to do now. Yeah, years ago.
But this is what I mean about the industry not knowing what to do with them. So the record, the song, appears as a top 10 hit, but there's a bunch of places that will not recognize it as a top 10 because they said, well, most of our demographic is 16 to 25 years old, and they don't recognize John Otway. So the number 9 position on their boards was vacant. They didn't have the John Otway record.
Oh,
what a load of poop.
Yeah. But still, it didn't stop him because he still got recognized as having...
What's the guy from Coldplay? What's that guy's name?
Chris Martin?
Yeah, he needs someone like that to go to one of his concerts or wear a T-shirt of him, and then everyone would go, "Oh my god!"
Yeah.
We need Airbud.
Yeah, Airbud.
A John Otway
Bill
T-shirt.
Bark. Bill Bark Music Awards.
If he did the soundtrack for the Airbud movie,
Daniel Johnson, we need him to wear one of his shirts.
Yeah. Well, the thing is a couple of years ago, Gary Topp brought him back to Canada, but instead of putting him in a venue, he had him playing at Yuck Yucks.
Really?
Yeah.
Really?
So,
which one?
Toronto. So a few years ago,
is it Mark Breslin?
Mark probably knows who he is.
Yeah. So anyways, what had happened was just because he's such a really unique kind of off the wall character, he can kind of cross into the comedy world, but only more out of his stage performance and presentation as opposed to his actual lyrical content and his music, right?
I want to hear this guy.
Okay, so anyways, we're going to play a song, which is here's a funny moment here. So the fact is that this guy never says never. At the height of his career, he is supposed to be doing a show on Top of the Pops, but the BBC and the show goes on strike. So they can't feature them.
I just had another Airbud pun.
Okay, hold on.
I didn't mean to start laughing.
So
this is a really cool story.
So anyways, the BBC's on strike for this show, Top of the Pops. So they had to cancel John Otway. John Otway says, well, I still want to do a TV show because I've got a hot record. So he ends up appearing on a kids TV program on Saturday and performing live on a kids show. So this is the song that they did called DK 5080. And if you check it out on video, you can see it, or if you have access to his movie, you can check out the performance. And you can see that the kids are just not too sure what to make out of this guy, although Wild Billy Barrett and John Otway are really giving it. So all I'm trying to say is thankfully the world of rock and roll has really had some sort of influence on people to feel very comfortable about being influenced by their own creativity and
that's
not,
so cool.
Just following the norms.
Yeah, that's awesome.
Yeah, so hopefully, fingers crossed, we'll get a chance to talk to him. We'll do everything we can. In the meantime, enjoy some music from John Otway here on 93.
On top of the pause. On top of the pause.
Oh, on top of the pause.
Oh, I got it.
93.3 CFMU, the music there of John Otway. DK 5080 is the song that you heard. And joining us on the line right now is John Otway. John, are you there?
Yes, I'm here. I've just arrived. We're pulling out of the airport park as we speak.
Well, welcome back to Canada.
And I know it's great to be back, and we're trying to work it out. I think it's nearly 20 years since I was here.
Wow. I wanted to introduce you to my co-hosts, Ben, Manolis, and Gavin. Gentlemen, say hi to John Otway.
Hello. Hello. How are you?
I was just telling these gentlemen that you've had a career of thinking outside the box and not really going to the norm of what industry expects you to be like. And because of that, I think you've had a career.
Yes, quite an interesting, rocky career, really. But it's been good. I mean, I haven't had to work for a living.
Well, I think there's a method to your madness, considering that, since you've come on board, you've really kind of sort of molded this industry in the Otway, and the fans have responded, and they've always stayed so consistent with you as well. It's kind of amazing because, I think it's something that every band, especially if they're kind of in that sort of cult status department, they always try to find the best ways of being able to maintain their fanship, and yet you've more or less rewrote the book.
Yes, I mean, it is quite nice because as soon as we announced we're coming over, basically a coachload of fans has come over with us, so we had to hire a coach to take all the fans around Canada with us on this tour, which is great.
I mean, that in itself is such a unique thing to, kind of promote. And it's one of the things that we've actually been using as a sort of a hook is that, you can see John Otway and 25 of his friends.
Excellent.
A couple of questions that I wanted to ask you personally, just because I'm a fan of your music, John, but I can't help but ask you, were you a fan of Ray Davies?
Yes. I mean, I grew up with Ray Davies, and met him a couple of times. Yes, excellent songwriter.
Who else would have been in your record collection that perhaps either surprises us or not surprise us?
Well, the joke most people, or most people think it's a joke. If you look at my iPod, it's basically half Bob Dylan, half John Otway.
It's nice to be a fan of yourself.
Yes, I'm very shocked at the amount of my own music I carry around with me.
Another question that I wanted to ask you, John, in regards to just, your whole vision in terms of how you've really basically structured your own philosophy. Was there anyone that really inspired you to kind of, set up this whole infrastructure that you've basically been consistent with?
Not really. I instinctively realised from an early stage it's quite important to have a newsletter, and at that time it was like a postal newsletter, and basically keep the fans on board. I think what has been basically a truism is if you build up a really good relationship with the audience and your fan base, they don't go away as quickly as like the media does. You can be picked up and dropped quite quickly by the media to keep having flop records, whereas you can keep having flop records and keep your fans if you look after them well.
I like the fact that, you know, your whole career, and I'm basing this just on this fantastic movie about you, is the fact that you've never really felt intimidated about experimenting, and you've had so much confidence in your fans.
Yes, I mean, it's been an adventure that we've all sort of like done together. I've always sort of had that sort of thing that the entertainment shouldn't stop when you walk off stage. You know, you should try and involve the fan base into whatever project you happen to be doing, whether it's, you know, trying to fill the Royal Albert Hall or trying to have another hit.
Peter Townsend produced your record, your first record.
Yeah, he produced, got involved very, very early in our career, and produced a bunch of tracks for us, which was a huge help and a big boost to your confidence.
How did that come about?
I pressed off a single, which was actually quite unusual in those days. This was back in 1973. Not many people made their own records. And Pete Townsend got to hear this and offered to produce some tracks for us.
And obviously he was a fan of what you were doing.
Yes.
Which is, you know, I know that he had Track Records back then.
That's right, yes, and Track Records put out our first singles.
Amazing. The other great thing about you, John, is the fact that, you know, you were kind of lumped in that punk rock scene, but in a way it kind of worked in your advantage, because one of the things that always seemed to be detrimental was a lot of the music fans and a lot of the critics would always sort of critique the punks by saying that, you know, their music wasn't so strong. And then in comparison to what you were doing musically, you were all over the board. You were doing high energy rock and roll, you were singing ballads, you were doing pop songs. Did you find it difficult just to kind of have yourself fit into that whole era that was happening back then?
No, it was very useful. The whole punk thing, or just before the punk thing, the whole attention of the media moved away from the big stadium acts and started looking at what was happening in the small clubs and the pub rock circuit in the UK, and that's the circuit that we just started to do, and we started building up a following in. So, you know, we did sort of like fall into that headlight a bit.
Do you get tired talking about the Old Grey Whistle Test episode?
Oh, no. Anything to produce success, I'll talk about that.
I was just telling my co-hosts about it, and I'm going to show them the clip afterwards here on YouTube. But the funny thing is that it's almost become a mythology, realizing that it actually happened. But were you in major pain after that actually happened? Because if you watch the clip, it seems like it didn't even bother you. I know at one point I think you unplugged or you hit something on Wild Billy's pedal, and he kind of went out of the mix, and then you actually manually hit it back to get him back into the mix.
Yes. I mean, it was just complete chaos. For those who haven't seen it, I leapt on top of Willie's amplifier and fell astride it on the delicate parts of my anatomy, pretty much live on television, and there was like 5.5 million people saw it. And it was quite interesting because it was a bit like overnight success. We were playing to like 50 or 60 people in a pub before that went out on telly. The next night there was hundreds and hundreds that turned up to see me do it again.
Unbelievable. Like, I mean, it's just so funny how, you know, a television appearance just changes something overnight. You become an overnight sensation just because of an accident, of a fall. But it's just become such an iconic thing that a lot of people, you know, are familiar with John Otway, especially from the younger demographic, because of that particular footage.
Yes, I mean, but at the time there wasn't that many television channels either. There was only 3 television channels, and not that many music shows on television, so it did have a very, very big audience.
My co-host Manolis wanted to ask you a quick question, John.
Were you okay from the fall?
Yep.
Were you okay from the fall?
Oh, yeah, I can remember a few days afterwards thinking, ouch, that doesn't half hurt, but then thinking, yes, but it was worth it.
You know, one thing that I thought was very adventurous about you, John, is that, and you actually talk about this in the movie, is that, you know, after your first few releases, which were, you know, more higher energy, you came out with Geneva, which I think stunned everybody. But was that part of the whole game plan to kind of also prove yourself as a singer-songwriter that could actually write ballads as well? Like, were you trying to get some sort of like songwriting respectability?
No, it's worse than that. I wrote it to try and impress this girl, which it didn't. ruined my career and my love life.
Are you serious? Was that the reason why Geneva came about?
Yes.
Wow, good for you. You see, I always thought...
Good for me wasn't.
That's why we do everything, isn't it?
Yeah. We're always motivated by the wrong reasons, right?
Yeah.
I thought for like not knowing the reason, I thought maybe you're just trying to take a different musical slant just to kind of impress and have the industry realize how strong of a songwriter you really are.
No, the idea simply was we just had that hit with Really Free, and I thought, if this comes out and goes up the charts, that'll show, won't it? And I now know it's not the way to win girls. They tend to if you go and record something for them with a 100-piece orchestra,
right?
If you don't know them too well, they sort of think, "Oh, back off a minute."
Well, actually, since you talk about the 100-piece orchestra, folks, if you haven't seen the movie, there's a part in the movie that features John Otway working with a children's orchestra, and it's actually beautiful the way it all came together. But in the movie, you're finding that it was kind of hard to find the timing and the pitches of when to sing. Did you find that, like, was it really difficult because it was changed over to this whole classical style of music? Did the timing change incredibly?
I think so. I mean, it was quite a complicated piece and a long piece, and it's one of those points when the lack of talent shows up somewhat. But the problem was because they're the youth orchestra. I was in that youth orchestra when I was a kid, and I thought, isn't it nice now they're still going to be able to bring them to the Albert Hall and do a nice big show with them. But I was just over-ambitious artistically.
And you couldn't convince them to bring the horse in?
No.
That would have been classic.
Yes.
How amazing is it to sit next to my mentor, Mr. Gary Top?
Oh, it's great to be. It's really great to be back. He did our first tour over here back in about 1980, something like that. So it's a lot. It's a long relationship, and it's great that he's still promoting us now.
Gary was just telling me earlier on during the week that he came up to England to see you, and after he saw you, he said to me the first thing he thought about is he said, "It's a shame is I'm afraid that North America is not going to get this guy," but it didn't stop him from wanting to promote you and bring into Canada.
Yeah, I've always enjoyed it. I mean, we have always had a sort of really good reception over here.
The uniqueness of your fans, it seems that, it must, I don't know how to put it into words, but it must be really impressive to know that you can convince 25 of your fans to come, to North America to join you on tour and know that these guys will gladly, switch their itineraries around in order to hang out with you.
No, it's great. I mean, without the fans, there's no career.
Yeah.
I tend to think that's a mistake a lot of bands make. They just don't look after their fans properly.
I was telling my co-hosts about the show that you did, I believe, after the Astoria, and sending all your fans out to buy your record. And I can't remember the name of the chain that wouldn't chart your record or stock it because it didn't fit their demographic.
Yeah. Yes, and that was about 12 years ago. And the British music charts were completely sewn up by largely one retailer. Woolworths had the responsibility for stocking not only Woolworths but the main supermarkets as well. So they had a large. They had basically a large percentage of the retail thing, and you had to go through the shops in order to get into the charts. Mm-hmm. But basically, if they weren't going to stock the record, then it was very, very difficult to have a hit record.
Never say never. That's your motto, isn't it?
Yeah, we use the fan base like an army to sort of like destroy the Goliath, and it was great. We managed to get into the top 10, which was unheard of.
But you have a record continuously of destroying Goliath. It's just so funny that you always win.
Not always.
No, well, I mean, you're doing what you're doing, and you're doing it your way. I think just the fact that you can do that that definitely indicates success in so many different ways.
Yes, I mean, it's a lovely career to have.
You've always. Sorry, go ahead, John.
No, it's great. I mean, I've always enjoyed being on stage, and it's great to be able to do it.
This is all you've wanted, basically, is just to be a rock star or a performer?
Yeah, I always wanted, yeah.
Was there a specific show that you saw that really turned it around for you, thinking, I want to be like this guy?
It was radio when I was sort of 7 or 8 years old, listening to pop records on the radio when I was 7 or 8 years old, and I decided that's what I wanted to do. Wow,
and you followed your dream.
Yep.
Amazing. A couple of other questions, and then we'll let you go because I know that you just arrived into Canada. You're visiting Canada this weekend, and then what's on your itinerary afterwards?
We're doing Glastonbury again this year, and I'm doing Edinburgh Festival in the UK, and then in the autumn I'm doing a long tour with my old partner Wild, Willie Barrett.
Oh, fantastic! Fantastic.
Quite a busy year this year. It's great.
I always chuckle when I see the movie because the promoter, and I can't think of his name, it's like, he was always going to help you, but at the same point he was almost partially cynical about your motives and reasons to do the things that you wanted to do, but yet he always stuck with you.
Yes, he's a big fan, but he was always a bit frustrated when I made rather bad decisions.
Was he kind of your reality check, John?
Yeah, a bit, yes.
But it's like you fought off reality.
Yeah.
Just to do it your way. If people want to get more information from you, John, what's the best method of learning about you through the internet?
If you just go on the John Otway website.
And if
JohnOtway.com.
And there's a lot of your product is available as well, so people can order your stuff as well as finding out all this prolific discography. It's been amazing.
Yes, it's been quite a lot of years, really.
Yeah. Do you look back at your body of work and just kind of realize that you've actually been pretty active all these years?
Yeah, I look back at it with interest, but as I said, I'm not likely enough to have it on my iPod.
We're so thankful that you care enough about us to come and visit us and hang out with us, and I'm really looking forward to meeting you and your fans that have come over for the trip. We're going to spin some music from you, but before I do, I just want to ask you one last question. In the movie, when you guys were talking about moving on to the jet airliner that you wanted to bring in, one thing that I absolutely loved about your reasoning is the sensibility and the simplicity of your math, grabbing 300 people at 3,000 pounds each, and it's solution solved.
Yes, I know. But it wasn't, in fact, it wasn't solution solved.
But does that stem more from an existentialist sort of point of view of living?
No, I think it's more. I mean, what I've always tried to do is I've always tried, I think that's exciting, and I think if I think it's exciting, other people will too. But whether or not they want to spend £3,000 on it is a different matter.
Can you let us in on what you're thinking about doing for your 70th birthday?
My son said the answer that always gets the biggest laugh is Otway the musical. So looks like it's Otway the musical.
Oh, you're kidding!
Nah.
Wow, brilliant. Fantastic. We thank you so much for joining us and talking to us, John, and we're really looking forward to seeing you Friday and Saturday.
I'm really looking forward to it, too. It'd be great. It's great to be back.
Yeah, thank you for coming back. Give Gary a big hug for setting this up, and we're going to enjoy some more music from you here at the station.
Oh, super.
All right. Enjoy your next couple days, John. See you Friday.
Thanks for coming on, man.
See you Friday.
Okay, bye-bye, John. That's John Otway, folks. What do you think?
I thought he did a great Morrissey.
He's got it spot on.
Yeah. No, that was awesome, man. What a character. That's great.
Well, you know what? I got to tell you to check out this video because he's just one of these guys. I think you don't really. I was trying to mention it to Glenn when we were booking the show. I said, Glenn, for everything that my business partner and friend is all about, he kind of almost writes chapters based on a lot of the way Glenn looks at life, and especially with the fact that he's got this sort of minimalistic approach to it, but yet at the same point, for the right reasons, kind of makes you think that a person's career and their longevity, I think as long as you're really doing things for your fans first, then you're going to be okay.
I agree with that. I think that's really important to like treat your fans the right way, because they're hard to get.
Another thing that I just thought about that I should have asked him, but which is great, is he was going to. His manager at the time, years ago, made arrangements with one of the guys that used to own Stiff Records, and then went over to Warner Brothers, and they said, they're going to arrange to release a John Otway single. So John was really excited about it, and then when they went to take him up on the offer, the guy never returned his call. So John said, "All right, we'll tell you what, we're going to release the song for you." So basically, he cut the 45. Whoa!
Could they hear that on that?
No, it's static. Manolis static. Look at the smile on the son of a bitch.
No, where are you going, Gavin?
That was loud.
Yeah.
It's the way I'm sitting.
Yeah, it's the way you're sitting. So anyways, what he did was he pressed the 45 and he emulated the actual label that Warner Brothers had, printed all these records, sold them, and went to Warner's and said, "Here's your commission. This is what you would have gotten if you put the record out." So he basically put the record out, sold these records, and then gave Warner a commission check in return saying, "This is for you."
Wow. What'd they say to that?
Okay, fine, we'll put it out. So they finally bowed and said, "Okay, we'll put it up proper."
What an interesting cat.
Yeah, he's a very interesting cat. And folks, you can enjoy more of his music. Here's another song from John Otway. I believe I've got this set up properly. I'm not entirely sure nowadays. Yes, I do. A song, again, you can see all sorts of footage, and I'm going to show you guys the footage of him on Old Grey Whistle Test. But here's another song that he's really well known for. If you listen to the lyrics, they're absolutely beautiful. Beware the flowers, because they're going to get you. Yeah. Music from John Otway on 93.3 CFMU.
Okay, let's make this the big one.
93.3 CFMU. Music there from John Otway. Cheryl's Going Home from his greatest hits. 4:49. We're almost come to the close of this show. I was hoping to show you the
Dark Side of the Spoon.
Dark Side of the Spoon, dude.
Dark Side of the Spoon.
Dark Side of the Spoon.
Screw that.
We are
title,
now
man. Bark Side. You guys are
Bark Side of the Moon. All right,
Dark Side
let's
of
do
the
it.
Moon.
or Sergeant Popper.
Let's make it.
Sergeant Poppers.
We'll have it done by next
Lonely
week.
Pars.
Top of the Paws.
Sergeant Parker's.
What would be the one for another brick in the wall? Would it be what?
Another bark in the wall.
Well,
That's the obvious one.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Oh, well. That's what I came up with.
How would you redo Little's Hobo?
Another brick of the ball.
I want to tell you something off air about Littlest Hobo.
Okay. You know?
No, we haven't. I know. Do I know? Yeah.
Yeah. Went to the same detox program.
Do you know what the Littlest Hobo is? Did you know that he's actually like there's a reason the Littlest Hobo is so helpful?
Why?
It's because he's a
German Shepherd?
no, he's like a military experiment.
What?
Yeah, to make a super dog. And that's why he's a super dog. They
Is that the
explain it.
show based on that?
Yeah. There's one where they explain how the Littlest Hobo.
They made him a super dog.
Yeah.
Are you just? Were you? Did you?
I'm not.
Are you not? You
I'm
just
not
blow
kidding.
my-
I am
you
not kidding.
You're not trying
Look
to
it
blow
up.
my mind.
Somebody told me that. I didn't believe it. I was like, no way. It's just a Canadian Lassie ripoff. And no, I looked it up and it's totally accurate.
He's a
So
super
Little's
dog.
Hobo is like ahead
He's
of his
Captain
time.
America.
He's so like Captain America. Yeah.
It's kind of
Okay, are we just going to talk about this while we're watching the video? Of him?
What are you watching there, Lou?
Well, I'm setting up the big fall.
The big fall, and
Oh,
then
on
we're
his-
gonna. Are we going to react
like,
to it?
what do we do?
Oh,
You know-
let's do a reaction video. Why doesn't somebody tape
You know what
Manolis
we
while he
need?
watches
Okay,
this?
so what we're doing is we're watching John Otway. Now,
Oh, I
gentlemen,
dance.
okay, that's so this was his first appearance on television.
And this is 19.
77, 78.
Good
Okay.
video.
So we're just going
I
to
can't see Lou.
The old gray whistle.
Old Grey Whistle Test.
Hang on. Okay,
All right,
there. I
see
can
that?
Put your mic down just a bit.
Why don't you move?
I am.
Okay, hold on.
Okay.
This is good radio.
Old. This
See
is
that? Okay, so we're just gonna. All right, so we're getting to the point now. What's really important here is when he puts his. He'll soon put his guitar down. I've seen this once. No, I'm kidding. I've seen this like hundreds of times. Okay,
All
so
right,
this
he
is
looks like
when
he's
this
putting
is
his
when
guitar
ma-
down.
Okay,
All right.
so now this is what
Putting
happens.
his guitar down.
He's putting his guitar down.
Taking off his pants.
Pulling off his belt. Look at that crazy guitar by Wild Billy Barrett. All right, so he's kind of getting into it here.
She's going home tonight. It's just saying that's what he's saying.
This is wild. This is. By the way, Adam texted me another Airbud title, and it's Old Grey Dog Whistle Tests.
Old Grey Dog Whistle Test? Can't even hear it.
All right.
It's in your headphones.
Still in the headphones.
Okay.
Okay.
So
now he's for people that are listening right now.
They can hear it.
They can hear it. We can't hear it.
Oh.
okay, now ready?
He goes.
So this
He
is
went
where he's
across the
doing his
stage.
little choo-choo train thing. Okay, you ready? There he's now freaking out. Okay, watch it. He's going to unplug him. Steps on his pedal. And watch this. Now he's going to get it. Done. Okay, here we go. Ready?
This is when he's realizing that he just crushed his
Yeah. Okay.
own nads.
No,
He hasn't done it yet.
he hasn't
Hasn't
done
done
it
it
yet.
yet. He looks like he just had this look like he knows something bad is about to happen though.
Like everything's
Yeah.
falling apart.
Yeah, including getting the feedback from the monitors. Here he goes. Ready?
Oh!
That was his.
Oh! Oh!
That was his Lonely Hearts Club getting crushed.
Yeah.
Oh,
Oh, he still rips off his shirt.
yeah.
His buddy said, "Are you okay? I think
you okay?
I think it's Billy Barrett that's like...
else.
Oh, right now when he's sitting there, he looks cool, but he's getting that I have to take a poop feeling. You know what I'm talking about when you gotta get,
Yeah.
when you hit, you know?
It's right in the stomach. Oh, his balls are
Does he have kids?
Oh man.
No, not anymore.
There you go.
That's what this, yeah.
It only takes 1 second in rock and roll to make you a legendary star, right? One
Yes.
fall.
Yeah.
One fall. Gentlemen, what are you guys doing this weekend?
I'm going to go see X-Men.
Oh yeah, I'm gonna go see X-Men too.
You're not going to see your friend...
And then I'm gonna go see Manolis.
I'll go
after
see
X-Men.
Manolis.
I'm doing. Me and Gavin are both doing Yuck Yucks tonight.
X-Manolis.
With Patrick Coppolino is the host MC tonight.
Cool.
Amateur night, 3:50. Get in. Starts at 10 o'clock. Then this weekend, Friday, Saturday, I'll be at Yuck Yucks headlining.
Cool.
Hamilton.
Why don't you come over to see John Otway afterwards?
Yeah, I'll come over.
Give him a DVD.
All right, sure.
Ben, what's going on at the Abbey this weekend?
We had a cancellation Saturday actually, so if there's anybody that wants to throw a kick-ass party on Saturday,
Contact Ben.
yeah, hit us up.
On Facebook?
Yeah, sure, on Facebook.
All right. Folks, that does it for us. We'll be here next week. You know the drill. You can get your information from The View, The Spectator. Check out blogs like gunnersmith.ca as well as iHeart Hamilton. We'll say goodbye to you by spinning the song that you heard John Otway talk about. It wasn't that he was trying to impress all the critics with his songwriting abilities. He was trying to impress a girl. Here's a song called Geneva. In the meantime, we'll see you at the shows, folks.